Never underestimate the power you have in taking your life in a new direction. Small changes to old habits may dramatically impact the direction of your life. Thank you guys for joining me on another interview with The Journey, Coffee, Life, and Well-Being. This next interview is with my friend Tripper. I met Tripper in a recent trip to Mexico, and as soon as we started talking, we immediately connected. Tripper spent a lot of time in gangs and drugs, but 19 years ago he made a conscious decision to take his life in a new direction. Now he spends most of his time at his barber shop and doing photography, which has given him the opportunity to travel all over the world. I hope you guys enjoy this next interview, and like always, stay connected, live well, and drink great coffee. Tripper,
Yes.
It's a pleasure to have you here on
Thank
this
you.
journey, Coffee, Life, and Well-Being. I met you just not too long ago, but since I met you, there was a connection that I felt that, you had a story to share, and I wanted to invite you to, well, you were inviting me to your shop, but I wanted to, get that story, capture it through the journey. So, if you can tell me, what are your passions, Tripper?
My passion is obviously doing beards, barbershop, and photography.
Okay.
That's sort of my passion. And well, yeah, that and try to be. I always think of a passion. Maybe it's not my passion, but it's something that keeps me like passionate about what I'm doing. Is looking myself in the mirror, man. Like I'm not egocentric. I like to see where the tripper that I am today and the tripper that I was years ago. So yeah, that's sort of my passion too.
Okay. So tell me about a little bit more about your photography. I've checked out your website,
Thank you.
and a lot of photography. I mean, I like it. But if you can tell me what drives you through photography, and also talk to me about your barbershop.
It all started. This dude owed me some money, right? And let's just say I'm not a guy who you want to owe money to, you know. So
Yeah.
guy goes, you know what? Take this camera, and I took it home. I was gonna sell it, and then I took it out of the box, and I clicked it. Bam, dude! It was like love at first click. It was just like that. Google and YouTube helped me out. I never been to photography school. I never been to any kind of nothing. I just learned by myself. And now I'm fortunate enough to be giving out workshops. I've been traveling some parts of the world, and I give workshops to photographers now.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's crazy. What are some countries that you've traveled with?
I've been to Venezuela, been to Brazil, I've been to Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, in Canada, and all over Mexico.
And it just started with one click.
Yeah, just one click, man. I mean, it got me. It was like, I don't know, man. It's something about it. I was hooked, and I started this project called 365, which you have to take one picture every day for a full year. But I figure I wasn't going to do like everybody else was doing, taking a picture of my pizza, of my feet, myself in the mirror, nothing like that. I wanted to do something bigger. So I started looking around on Flickr, which is a social media for photographers. And I liked some pictures. I saw this guy, Michael Herb, and I loved his work. So I emailed the guy, hey, I want to be like you. So surprisingly, for a guy who has more than 1 million followers, he replied.
Okay.
So like, sure thing. Nothing to it. Long story short, he told me what I needed to buy, which I couldn't afford back then. I bought it. I started clicking, and now we're good friends. And I even gave out a workshop with him on León, Guanajuato in Mexico, Mexico City, Mexicali, and that's it, with him. Oh, and here in Tijuana.
Okay, nice. So, can you say that I mean, he was a mentor to you.
He was the one of the reasons I started photography. He's a mentor to me. I mean, we never have like he was gonna like a school, like a photography school, nothing per se. But if I needed something, dude, my light is too bright.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you don't say that. You say it this way. You know, you have to look at your ISO. What the fuck is an ISO? I said, you know?
Yeah.
And then he started laughing and like, dude, you really don't know shit, right? And no, I don't know shit. So Google, he said Google it, then YouTube. And then next thing I know, I was in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, giving up this workshop for Asociación Mexicana de Fotógrafos Profesionales, which is the Mexican Professional Photographers Association.
Yeah.
And I gave this big workshop over there. You can actually see it online. I even went with my motorcycle in because nobody believed. When I was in the convention, nobody thought I was a photographer. Nevertheless, that I was the one that was going to be doing the big finale thingy.
Yeah.
And they were all surprised because if I curse in English, imagine the way I talk in Spanish, man. It's like, fuck this, fuck that. So, yeah.
So did you drive your motorcycle from?
I rode from Tijuana to Mazatlan.
No way, man. That's I think it's 1,000 miles, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's fucking fun as fuck, man.
I've done the drive. I never on a motorcycle.
Motorcycle is different because you're eating mosquitoes, you know, in different states. You know, they taste different.
It is. Okay. So can you tell me a little bit more about your barbershop and how did you get involved in
barbershop? I can't remember the first time I shaved somebody because I was really, really young.
Mm-hmm.
Beards are a thing in my family. Like it's a thing, man. Like you're not allowed to not have a beard or a mustache. Actually, from my brothers, I'm the guy who has the least beard at the moment.
Serious.
You know, so I was the one that they were teasing, like, oh, you don't have a beard, you're 15, you don't have a beard, this, that, and the other. So yeah, it's been with me since ever. And I was doing fades with my homeboys, but it was just regular skin fades or just fading out. Then this barbershop wave came back, and I started seeing a bunch of kids being barbers.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know what the fuck they're doing, dude. They're fucking people up. That's not the way it's supposed to. I remember when my dad used to go to a barbershop,
Mm-hmm.
It's like a spa for men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's your time. You relax. You get the warm towel. You get the massage. You get everything. And then they were not doing it these days. So what I did, I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm doing this. And I came back. I went back to school because I needed to get updated on haircuts and all that shit. You know, but to mention something, it's funny because kids these days, they think they're reinventing the wheel because they're getting, you know the new cut, the comb over, the taper? Dude, my dad, I'm 43 years old. I'm going to be 43 in June 18th. My dad, since I can remember, he had the comb over. He had the taper. So it's been forever, but just they don't know it.
Yeah, some of the trends that we think they're
Exactly.
already
They were here.
old school, man.
They were here. So I love what I do. It's a small barbershop, as you can see. It's only one share, which is 1925, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm always bragging about my share. Sorry about that, man.
That's pretty nice. I love it.
I'm always bragging about the share. It's a 1925 share, and I just wanted to give people a place where they can come, relax, feel good, and they go out. I mean, it's a real satisfaction as a barber to see that, dude, I'm one of the most powerful guys in your life. I mean, and some people laugh when I say that, but it's true because I'm the guy in charge to see, like, your boss is going to say, hey, looking good, man. You know, or get a haircut, you hippie, you know, some shit like that. Or your girl's probably going to go, baby. whatever. So it's a good feeling, man. I love, that's why I love barbershop.
You got to take care of your barber too. That's what I think. Nice. So, what are the things that you value, Tripper, in life?
Family, man.
Yeah.
Family, it's everything. I don't want to sound like a soap opera or nothing, but without family, you got nothing. It's like people are always thinking about dreams coming true or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about a dream coming true? My kids, that's a proof that a dream can come true. So if you ask me, family.
Okay.
All the way, man, family.
Nice. What is your definition of success?
My definition of success. First of all, everybody forgets that just waking up in the morning, breathing good, like being able to walk, or just, that's something. You're being, because you're alive, man. That's one.
Yeah.
But my definition of success probably would be, in my case, because I was in a really bad place. You wouldn't recognize me if you seen me like when I was a young, like teenager, man.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's just being able to say I'm clean.
Yeah.
Right now, to me, I'm clean. I'm a hard worker, and I'm doing good, and I do give out to my community. That's the definition of success. I don't have much, but I have enough to share. That's my definition of success.
Right. So you mentioned in a previous conversation that we had that you've been several years, right,
Mhm.
clean. So
19 years.
19 years.
May 11th was my 19th. I'm sober for 19 years.
Yeah.
No drugs, no alcohol. I don't even smoke, man.
That's good for you.
I drink Diet Coke.
Okay.
Not even regular Coke,
Yeah. No, man. Well, my only vice is probably coffee, man. I drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah, but
Do you drink coffee?
I drink cold coffee, and the only coffee that I drink that's why I don't go out and purchase coffee is black, no sugar, man.
Yeah.
To me, that's the only way, because,
That's what I mean.
no disrespect to anybody, but
Mhm.
you go out and you're trying to buy a cup of coffee, and you don't even know what the fuck they're asking for, man. It's like, give me half, third, quarter of this with a touch of, and this, dude, you said a lot of shit, but I don't hear coffee in it.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what the fuck you're drinking.
Yeah, without mentioning any brands, right?
No brands.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, just, for the sake of it, man. Just drink fucking coffee. It's black. Period. You want to add some milk? Yeah, milk. Nowadays they have almond milk.
Oh, you have almond, coconut,
Dude,
soy, everything.
How the fuck do you milk a coconut? How do you get milk from a coconut? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, yeah.
So, Tripper, do you have any habits in the morning? I don't know, do
Yeah,
you wake
man.
up late, early?
I have another job besides photography and barbershop.
Okay.
I work from home for a Hindi company. It's based in India with an office on New Jersey. It's Hanover, New Jersey. And I work from home from 6:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m.
Okay. Do you have any habits before when you wake up to get your morning
I
ready?
always make my bed. So the moment I wake up, I make my bed.
Yeah.
My dad used to say that just in case you don't happen to do anything successful during the day, at least you did one thing.
Yeah.
So that's something to remember, because some people say like, oh, I don't do nothing right. Dude, you make your bed.
You come home to a nice, clean.
Your bed is made. So
Yeah.
first thing you have to do every single time you wake up is just make your bed.
It sets your day for success, I would say, because you
Hey.
start doing something, completing something.
I
Right?
just make my bed, brush my teeth, and drink a glass of water. That's it. And then I start working.
Nice. If you were only given a minute to share a strong message to your family, your friends, and the rest of the world, what would it be?
I guess I'm always telling this to everybody. Life is simple, man. Don't complicate things. It just be happy. Don't be an asshole. That's probably it, man. Just be happy for what you have. Be happy for who you are. Be happy for the people you care about. Be happy you're fucking breathing. And be nice to everybody. You know, it can change somebody's life. Just being nice. You know, just be nice. Don't be an asshole. That's, it sounds simple,
Yeah.
but trust me, people can really do it sometimes. It's like just try it for once. You know, just be cool. You know, don't be an asshole.
I think being nice to someone, can also impact their life, and you never know, what other people are going through.
If you can give a smile, be nice to someone, and do something, not wanting anything in return, just those 3 things a day, trust me, man, it will make an impact.
Okay.
And again, I can't stress this enough. Sorry to keep grinding in this and shit, but don't be an asshole. You know, it's one thing to be nice, and another thing to be, don't be an asshole. That's it.
All right. Well, before I ask you the last question, I just want to acknowledge you and thank you for who you are, impacting people through your photography, and not only through your photography, but also here on this chair. It impacted me just hearing your story and having a conversation with you, right? I always thought of a barber as doing some art. No, serious. I really enjoy some time with the barber and cutting my hair, my beard, and having that conversation. And your story impacted me, and I know you've not only impacted me, but you've impacted other people. So I want to thank you for that. I hope you continue being who you are, and sharing your story with others. And the final question is, where can we find you on social media? And, where do you hang out the most, Facebook or Instagram?
Actually on Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram, you can find me on my photography. You can find it at Tripper, TRPPER _photography. Tripper _ photography on Instagram. And my barber stuff, you can find it on Instagram at Tripper the Barber.
Okay.
Tripper the Barber. That's it.
All right. Tripper, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.